I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Lefty Groveland Cards. I'm Jeremy, and today we're going to take a look at the 4 Hall of Fame quarterbacks who have rookie cards in the iconic 1948 Leaf football set. Now, there are a lot of iconic cards in this set that aren't quarterbacks. I know that. I know that there's Chuck Bednarik, Doak Walker, and Leo Nomellini, just to name a few. But I want to do a full-up episode on the 48 Leaf set at some point in the future. And at that point, we'll talk more about those players. But today, it's just going to be the quarterbacks. So a little bit of background on 48 Leaf football. It's got 98 cards in it. They're cards of both professional and collegiate players. There are 4 Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have rookie cards in this set, as I mentioned earlier. They are Sid Luckman, Bobby Lane, Bob Waterfield, and Sammy Baugh. There aren't any short prints in it, but the cards that are in the second series, which is cards 50 through 98, are considered more difficult to obtain, and some of those are really expensive. None of the quarterbacks listed here are part of that series. There are variations across both series, and each of the 4 cards we're looking at today have one of them. The Sid Luckman has a white background variation that's really scarce. I think there are less than like 10 of those that have been graded. Something like that. That's not very many. The Bobby Lane has a yellow pants variation and a red pants variation. The red pants variation is the scarcer of the two, but you can see them for sale on eBay every now and then. I've never seen a white background Sid Luckman yet. The Bob Waterfield has a variation with his name in black, which is the more common one, and another one with his name in white, which is much more scarce. And lastly, the Sammy Baugh has jersey color variations, though it seems like SGC doesn't really distinguish between the two when they grade. PSA does. You'll see on the flip that it will have red jersey or maroon jersey. But it's really hard to tell which one's the scarce one, but most people think it's the red jersey. 48 Leafs very popular, and because of that, mid to high grades can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. It's no joke. Even low grade copies can set you back a few $100 depending on the player. I personally don't even, when I'm looking to buy cards from the 48 Leaf set, I don't even look at the high grades. I'm on a budget and don't have money to piss away. I wish I had more of it, but I don't. So I'm more than happy with low grade, high eye appeal copies, and you're going to see some of those at the end of the video. One cool thing about 48 Leaf football is that there's no guessing as to when it was printed. Unlike 48, 49 Leaf baseball, with 48, 49 Leaf baseball, there are different opinions out there as to, whether that's really a player's rookie card or not, because of the year it was printed in. If the player has a 48 Bowman and a 48, 49 Leaf, is the Leaf a rookie card or is it the Bowman? There's a lot of back and forth on that. With 48 Leaf football, there's really no guessing. And for most players, not all, but most of them, the Leaf is the desired card over the player's Bowman card, if he has one. If you're new to vintage football, and Leaf specifically, it can get a little confusing with 48 Leaf football because they made a 49 set as well. And they use the same images for Luckman, Lane, Waterfield, and Baugh, and a lot of other guys. It's a smaller set, but if you don't know what to look for, you could be buying a 49 instead of a 48. To tell them apart, you can check the copyright date on the back, on the bottom. But the easiest way is to just check the card numbers, because the card numbers are different between the two sets. And now, since this is a Lefty Groveland video, we get to dive into some pop report data, because I just love doing it for whatever reason. It's cool looking at how small the pop reports are on vintage football cards. And, you know, the availability of them, it's truly a fraction of what most vintage baseball sets are. I've been belaboring the point for 12 episodes now, I know, but it's probably something I won't stop talking about. Anyway, vintage football equals low pop. We all know that, right? We should by now. And the 48 Leaf set's no different. The Sid Luckman has a PSA pop of less than 550. This is counting all the variations of the card. It's less than 550. The Bobby Lane is less than 600. The Bob Waterfield is less than 450. And one of, if not the most popular card in the set, the Sammy Baugh, has less than 750 in a PSA slab. And if you look at SGC, as you may have guessed, it's even lower than that. You know, 167 Sid Luckmans have been slabbed, 186 Bobby Lanes, 127 Bob Waterfields, and Sammy Baugh has the most of the four we're talking about, with a whopping 234. Crazy, crazy low pop. Like, if you take and combine SGC and PSA just for the Sammy Baugh card, that's less than 1,000. That's insane to me. Along with 48 Bowman, this is the first major post-World War II football set produced, and it's also considered one of the most attractive sets ever made, making it a favorite among all of us. We all love it. It's not my number one, because I'm still partial to the 50 through 52 Bowman, but it's up there. It's up there for sure. Anyway, if you've hung out this long, hang out just a few more minutes, seconds, if you can, because I'm going to show you my 48 Leaf Hall of Fame QB rookie cards. Hope you enjoy it. All right, so here are my 48 Leaf Hall of Fame quarterback rookie cards. I'm fortunate enough to have each one. On the left is the Sid Luckman. I have mine in an SGC2. These are super condition sensitive. It's the first card in the set. The yellow color background is just prone to wear, shows everything. Obviously this has some rounded corners, it's off center, it's got a little surface crease there, but you know, with a limited budget you take what you can get. They don't come up every day, so I have mine. Just glad to have it. Next one I have is the Bobby Lane. This one is centered pretty well. It is only a 1.5. It's got 1.5 issues. You know, it's got a crease in the corner there. It's got some surface wear. And typical off center on the back. This is common too, unfortunately. What it doesn't have is the ink, the back ink bleeding through on the front. Here's the Waterfield. I love this one. Is really nice. It's the black letters. It's not the white. I passed up a white letter version of this a while back, and I really wish I hadn't, because I didn't realize how uncommon they actually are. So I'm definitely on the lookout for one of those in the future at some point. And then lastly is probably the most iconic, at least I think so anyway, the most iconic image of all of them is the Sammy ball. This one's centered almost perfectly. It does have some wear, and it has a couple light creases in it right there and right there, so it definitely deserves a 2. But the back is really, really clean. Not sure if I'll look to upgrade this. I don't really look to upgrade cards very often. It depends. I sold a card this weekend at the show that I did want to upgrade anyway. So I'm looking to do that. But most of the time I'm good with what I have. So yeah, anyway, there are my 48 Leaf Hall of Fame quarterback rookies in all their glory. So yeah, thanks for watching. Next video, not sure where it's going to be, but it'll be a fun one. Take care, everybody. Talk soon.